Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to embroider closed eyes on your crochet project. So the first thing you want to do is figure out where you want the placement of the eyes to be. So in my case, I'm going to bring them about here, and I'm going to kind of like bring them across these 3 stitches, if you can see here. And what you're going to do with that is you're going to insert the needle into any stitch, it doesn't matter, just like kind of far away from that. So I'm just going to choose this spot here. And then you're going to bring the needle through that first stitch that you located. I'm going to pull this through, leave about this much tail, don't worry, we're going to tuck this in later. And then since I wanted to go across these 3 stitches, I'm going to choose the stitch on the opposite end, so on the other side, which is right here, and I'm going to bring my needle through there. And what that's going to make is it's going to make one straight eye. And you could have this if you like this look, but I'm going to teach you how to make it kind of go in a rounded shape. So I want it to be closed, so I'm going to want it to be in this sort of shape. And I'm going to locate this point in the middle between the 2 points over here. Once I find that point, I'm going to bring this needle through there. It's right here. Pull that through. And now I have this. Now I'm going to bring my needle underneath the middle of my eye. I'm going to pull that up and down, and it's going to kind of pull this eye down. And then I'm just going to bring the needle through that same middle point that I found. Take that through here, and I have an eye. And that's all there is to it. When you're done, you're going to take your needle and bring it back through this same stitch here, and we can tie it off and tuck it in. So take this through here. You can take your needle off. Now you have 2 strands, 2 tails, and I'm just going to tie those together. And after you tie them together, you can tuck them into your project and you won't be able to see it at all. Just tuck this in. And I will show you how to do this again on the other eye. So I'll show it to you one more time. Okay, I'm going to show you how to embroider the second eye now. So I'm going to take my black yarn and I'm just going to thread that. And then I'm going to locate where I want the eye to be. So I'm thinking I want it to be over these 3 stitches here. And I'm going to just find a point that's kind of far away from there. So right about here is fine. I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to bring it through that first point that I located. I'm actually going to do this point here to about here, and then my middle point will be right here. So I'll bring it to that first point that I pointed to. Take the needle, pull it through, leave about this much room to tie it off, and then I'm going to go to my second point, so that's right here. This is the opposite end of my eye. Take the needle through there. Now I have this slanted kind of straight eye here, so I'm going to go to the middle of my eye, which is this point right here, my third point. Bring the needle through there. Now I have something that looks like this, and I'm going to take my needle, bring it under the eye here, and I'm going to pull it down so that it makes the kind of closed eye shape. And if you want the open eye shape, you do the exact same thing as this, except that your third point will be like up here, or however you want the shape of the eye to be. But in my case, I am doing closed eye, so it's going to look like this. And then I'm going to ring the needle through that same stitch, that same third point, and take the needle through this random place that I started at, right here. And now you have 2 closed eyes. You can take the needle out and you can tie it off. Okay, so that is how you embroider an eye. And of course, we just tuck this in. Yeah. And what you can do too is you can cut this strand off if it's too long. And then it'll just make it a little bit easier to tuck in. Just like that. And there you go. You've embroidered eyes. Okay, good luck, and I hope to see you all in the next video. You got this.